You're next! After this arc that it just completely detracts from everything that's going on. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Sunday, which means it is time for another Nozz Watches Boku no Hero Academia. And in the last episode, all for one got defeated, which means, hey, it's time to see everyone grow up into their hero roles and see how the world's going to adapt to an all-mightless world. Jokes! It's time for another fucking tournament arc. God damn it. But hey, people seem to like this arc. I don't. So, let's see if the anime turns it around. There is a stinger. I think it's just a recap though, so we're just gonna get into it in 3, 2, 1, and go. I used it all up. There's nothing left. Except for this muscle form I'll use every once in a while for a dramatic effect, but really it's got nothing in it. Because, you know, muscle form for some reason is completely separate. Man, why are you crying? Man, like, fucking, that's great. Oh, alright, so the torch passing, right? I've mentioned how the manga is like a full fucking, like, season, maybe 2 seasons ahead of this, right? You're not actually going to see the actual fallout from this take its full effect until probably a year, maybe 2 from now. So hey kiddos, get ready to just completely forget about everything that just fucking happens for like 2 seasons. Like, you start to, like, in the Yakuza arc, it pops up and rears its head a teeny tiny bit, but it's a fucking it's a really good arc, and it plays into shit that's going to happen afterwards, but it's still a side story to the greater world story. The actual fact that All Might doesn't exist anymore is like fuck, it's like, I don't even know what chapter we're on right now. I've lost count. But like, it's, whoa, woof, my boys. Like 181 is the chapter in which you start feeling it, and Endeavor starts doing stuff as the new number 1. Spoilers, by the way, but hey, it's fucking a hierarchy. Like, so, yeah. Under 100 chapters until you start seeing how this actually affects the world. Because of this fucking tournament arc. God damn it. But I'll try and give it a fucking, because there's Toga in it, and I like Toga. And I'm gonna main her when the fucking fighting game comes out. Now he's a secret skeleton man. He's looking at everyone with his skeleton eyes. God. I both love and hate this little discussion here. It's like, hey, like, this fucking giant man-child with help of this guy that we have no record of for some reason, fucking, like, overthrew the symbol of peace. Hey, let's just have 1 billion symbols of pieces. Like, none of this will actually bear fruit for, like, the longest time, though. Like, everything they just said about the police becoming more than just villain reception and all that, that still has not borne fruit. Like, I'm waiting for, like, police to come out in fucking mech suits and shit. It's not going to happen. Or, like, it hasn't happened yet. In fucking 185 chapters. This seems like a bad idea. That sounds like a really, really bad idea. Like, I get it, like, Koda's family got. Koda's family got, and he still turned out more or less fine. The more I hear about Nana Shimura, the more I think, man, she's a fucking idiot. Like, All Might's a goddamn meathead, but he's at least intelligent enough to realize, like, when he needs help. Jesus Christ. You still signed on to be a teacher, you got tenure. You got tenure, All Might. Write it to the bottom. Show up drunk. Oh, jeez. It's gotta suck being Bakugo, though, because everyone's just like, so hey, when are you gonna punch your evil card, even? When are you gonna start blowing up orphanages? Man, why are all of Todoroki's family just so goddamn hot? Holy shit. Like, with Endeavor looking the way he does, why does every single member of his family just be so goddamn attractive? Like, for real. Also, he lives in a traditional Japanese house. How many times does he have to rebuild it? Fucking Japanese houses are traditional ones. They're designed to go up like fucking matchsticks. Because they're supposed to be temporary. Because they live in the earthquake capital of the fucking Pacific. They're like on the opposite side of the San Andreas Fault. Like, shit, dude. It's like fucking tenement buildings in the Soviet Union. They go up quick, they last a year, then they get knocked down to build Stalin's new golf course. Man, he's got some tight grip in his sleeve, holy shit. He's gonna make a girl real happy one day. Or a boy, I ain't gonna judge. Oh, Mama Midoriya is too pure. No. She does not deserve this heartache. Don't walk into the ocean! Don't Tony Abbott us! The fucking best! Still with the fucking Texas smash. Oh. Just hit the gym, All Might, you'll be fine. Like, he can still do that, like, for seconds at a time, he can still do it, though. The fact you even have the muscle form to start with is impressive, my boy. Congratulations, you didn't make your fucking dick explode this time. I forget, what happened to Deku's dad again? Is he dead? Or did he just fucking absentee? Yeah, I know he can breathe fire. The crybaby hero, Deku. Oh, jeez, that's just sad. He doesn't even have a quirk anymore, my boy. Holy shit. Like, all the people that don't have quirks anymore, you'd think it'd be, like, no longer have a quirk. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave my fucking campus, though. Get out. Really? Really now? That is the... Like, that's something that I do dislike about this, is that the leaps of logic the media makes are so fucking grand that it just annoys me. But at the same time, I turn on the news and look at the exact same leaps in logic the media makes now in our world, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Stop bringing that real-life shit here, anime. Have enough of it on the news. Oh. Oh, I love Jiro's family. They're all musicians, it's great. And I like how her mother just has the exact same fucking quirk that she does. Like, sometimes quirks just get lazy. Like, quirks just get fucking lazy. It's like, yeah, you just have your mom's quirk, no worries. Except yours are shorter. Like, her family's the best, just a bunch of fucking rock music nerds. I do like how, like, All Might and Eraserhead are just like, oh man, they're gonna hate us, and they run into, like, the majority of the families are like, no dude, you're a fucking hero. No, let's go! Even Bakugo's mom. The best parents for Bakugo! And the shitty one. Is there any fucking doubt that Bakugo wound out the way he is? Someone as caustic as that, with a fucking soy boy like that as a dad. Oh my god. The straight up though, his you can see where he got most of his fucking personality and genetics and appearance from. Like, but she's also a good mother. You see? You could be a shitty person and a good parent. It's just very rare. If I remember right, one of them can make, like, little explosives at their fingertips, and the other one can sweat a certain type of liquid. Which is why Bakugo's comes out to be, like, as ungodly powerful at the base, but also really bad to fucking level up. Because he's a combination. It seems like most of the combinations, they start off ungodly powerful, but they're really difficult to raise. Meanwhile, like, the ones that are new or just straight pass-downs, they're weaker at the start, but they get stronger easier. You know? It's an interesting little meta thing I've noticed. Like, the best example of it hasn't been introduced yet. I'll have to bite my goddamn... No, wait, no, I can think of one. Kirishima. His ability... Oh, you turn into rocks. Don't go outside, you dumb shit. He turns into rocks. Like, at the base, like, little baby level, that kinda sucks. It's like, oh, you're a rock. Okay, I just punch you more. My dick is made of explosions. Fuck you. But then, like, as he gets older and he trains and trains and trains, he can will himself harder. And, of course, strength training and everything. Like, I like it. I like his little meta thing. It's like in Fallout when you pick the skilled quirk or the talented quirk, you know? One gives you, wow, that's a lot of memorabilia, holy shit. Like, one gives you a lot of talent points out the gate, and the other one gives you more as time goes on. It's a cool little meta thing. I'm glad they exist here. Too pure. Too pure. And it just so happens to be exactly the same fucking quirk as you. That's not suspicious at all. Don't worry, we got a taekwondo boy. You'll teach him the ancient Korean art of kicking. Like, why did only the Koreans come up with, like, kicking as, like, the main form of fucking kung fu? God damn it, that's adorable! Stop it! I'm sorry, Izuku, I'm sorry you're a piece of crap. Oh. Oh. It seems like, oh god, she's so pure, but, like, every time she opens her mouth, it's just like, I want my son to be safe by having him live the most boring life possible. Crush his dreams so that he's safe. You weren't exactly ignoring them, my boy. You were just kind of existing. Doing what you do. And that's why we're sending him to clown college. Mother, I'd ask you not refer to Princeton as that. I know I'm making fun of it, but, like, this entire thing is a bait and switch. It's entirely a bait and switch. He's trying to make sure All Might's legit. And I like it, but oh my god, is it so irritating in retrospect. It's just inside her character to say shit like this, so, like, you believe it when you first look at it, but looking back on it, and everything else she's been like, you're like, oh wait, no, she's super fucking bluffing this whole time. Sorry, I punched you in the balls. Like, at least if I'm remembering it, I remember it being a bait and switch. Like, she's trying to make sure that All Might's legit, and also making sure that Midoriya actually doesn't want it, and it isn't, you know, just doing it because his hero does it, you know? Like, that's how I always perceived it. But if I'm wrong, and I'll take it back. Like, I'm still, right now, I'm still thinking, because she turns around on this really quick. Like, you see, she immediately, like, oh, I didn't want to go this far, fam! Hold up! You know, like, she's trying to make sure he's legit, and he's going this far out. You know? It's like, That's how I perceive it. Maybe I'm wrong. Because reading it, you get a different take. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Shit's open to interpretation. Yeah, see, this entire speech here, it's like, oh wow, he's actually legit. Alright then. Even though my son's getting beat to fucking pudding on the goddamn daily. Alright. And then she's dead. Just fucking falls up. Oh. See, this is the bit. It's like, your Izuku's reason for living. Like, come on now. Like, you know, it's like... My opinion of her character... I'll get to it at the end. I'll get to it at the end, because my attention is split. My attention is split. I'm gonna wait. Because we're almost at the end, anyway. I'm not saying it's a bad scene, though. Not saying it's a bad scene. It just takes a bit. It takes a bit to ramp up, and I don't know if the payoff is worth it. Oh boy, I can't wait for the dorms, though. The dorms get some stuff in, because oh, I can't wait. I can't wait, it's gonna be good. It's actually really cheap to build in the hero. Fuck, God. The credits for this show are fucking 2.5 minutes long. I didn't actually know that at the time. Oh my Jesus. Alright, okay, so first things first, before it falls out my brain. So that whole thing with Mama Midoriya there. I am of the opinion, and I have always been of the opinion, that that's her kind of testing it, in that she knows that Izuku wants to be a hero. She knows that All Might is his inspiration, if not from the fact that he has a fucking All Might cosplay set in his fucking closet. But also the fact that every time she's seen him on TV and he's doing, like, his special attacks, they're all Might's attacks. Like, just fucking recreations. And they're turning his arms into goddamn jello. And also, you know, that whole big thing where All Might lost all of his powers and turned himself into jello a little bit. I feel like that's her going, okay, and now there's this dorm thing. And I feel like that's her going, alright, I'm probably going to agree with this, but I want to hear what All Might has to say, because, like, there's this weird thing with heroes in this show, in that they're not, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not like in The Incredibles, where they're protected under the, they would be protected under the Good Samaritan Act. So it's not vigilantism, it's all technically under the Good Samaritan Act of 1972. Fucking Game Theory did a goddamn video on this, and they probably have the dates. Now people think I'm a hack, but fuck me, I actually did this research for fucking school paper in high school. God damn it. Yeah, I was that one kid who fucking looked up the fucking legal fucking validation of superheroes. Yeah, it turns out the Good Samaritan Act, so long as you know you're not, like, actually beating up criminals and just saving people, that's actually protected by law. Vigilantism is, oh boy, vigilantism's a whole different thing. It's if you, like, there has to actively be a victim in that case. That's the difference between Superman and Batman. Sorry, but so they're not they're not Good Samaritans like in Incredibles. They're not a pseudo-police force like in One Punch Man. They're kind of in the middle, almost. Like, you need a permit to be a hero, but everyone has superpowers. But it's also treated, and they get more into this later on, but they're also treated like idols, almost. You have, like, they're like a privatized kind of thing. Like, you get your license, and then you start or you join like a hero PMC almost. It's a really weird thing. And then on top of that, you get treated like idols. There's rankings every year. There's like autograph signings. There's fucking stage shows, and there's fucking autograph things. It's really weird. I don't know what kind of real life analog you would have, you know? It's like, they're not cops. They're not cops. They're not fucking good Samaritans. They're getting paid for this. Like, the closest I can think of is, like, maybe, like, they're just, like, the fucking this universe's version of, like, a PMC, a private military company, but, like, able to operate on domestic soil, which is weird in of itself. I don't know. So it's this whole weird thing, and Mama Midoriya. I don't know exactly where I was going. I'm going to try and pick up the plot. I'm sorry, I got distracted. So Mama Midoriya is seeing all this, and she's like, "Fucking, he's an idol. He's an idol, essentially. Idols are different than what they are when you know they're in person, especially because All Might looks completely different now. He was hiding his true face the whole time. So I feel like Mama Midoriya, she would be honestly respectably suspicious of All Might right here. So her doing this and going like, no, fuck you, make me. I think that's her really putting the screws to him to try and see if she can get, like, his proper feelings out of him. Because All Might, he does kind of put on a facade. Like it's kind of his whole deal. Saving people with a smile. I'm sure you weren't smiling when 9/11 happened, All Might. I'm gonna just say it. Like, fucking, like, there's a little bit of a show going on there. And I feel like her trying to break away that show to get to the real guy underneath, I feel like that was her goal there. Because, let's face it, she's gonna have very little contact with her son while he's at UA now, because of this new dorm system, and All Might is going to be the one in charge of him, basically, because they're essentially, I think she's aware of the mentor-student relationship there. So I feel like that's a really good, moment to come out of Mama Midoriya, but by God, does it take forever to get there. Holy shit. Like, she drags it on. We didn't really need the letter from Koda. We didn't need them to just kind of bicker back and forth like they did. Like, even in the manga, it felt really long in the tooth, and I was hoping they would cut it down a teeny tiny bit. But other than that, I do really like it, because it shows that Mama Midoriya, she's not just like a hapless cinnamon bun. She's actually got her son's best interest at heart, and she's you know, she's able to spin a little bit of a lie here and there if it helps her protect her son. It's just, I mean, because like any good parent should. Being introduced to a lot of the other parents, some of the other parents that we haven't seen before, is really neat. Chihiro's family is a fucking treat, and I love them. And Bakugo's family just makes sense. A little weenie of a dad and a caustic bitch of a mother who has her son's best interest at heart. I wish Bakugo's mom was my mom. There you go. There's a clip for you. Use that out of context. Yeah, I like it. I like it. The only thing I don't like is that this and like a couple of episodes after it's up until really the arc gets really, really, really going with the provisional license exam. This is the last we see of the All Might fallout, and I really, really, really dislike that. Like, we see a little bit of it here. We see All Might. We're going to see All Might and Endeavor have a little chat, and I'll get to that when we get to that. But beyond that, it just, nope. Provisional license exam, fuckers, it's time for tournament arc! And yes, some neat stuff happens. Lessons are relearned. Characters are introduced that we're never going to see again. Except for like one or two. And then we go to the Yakuza arc. And then finally, like, 70-something chapters. Nah, it's not 70. I'm sorry. It's more like 40. It's more like 40 chapters later. Then, like, 40 chapters later, we start to see it again. Oh, also the cultural festival arc is a thing, too. But I like that arc, and you actually start to see it weave its way back in a bit. But, so, like, it's, like, another, like, 40 chapters. Like, at least, before we start seeing those things come back in again. And bear in mind, those numbers pulled out of my ass tiny bit, because I don't know what chapter we're on right now. I think we're in, like, the 90s, which means we've got, like, another 90 so before we get up to date with the manga, where the fallout from All Might going away is just now hitting. Like, it's literally, we're like, what is it, like 187? 187 came out this week? So, like, that's 184, 183, I think? Yeah, so we're at least another 90-ish chapters away from actually getting back to this fallout. And that bugs me. Like, this is such a massive event. And yet, no, fam. We just ignore it for 90 fucking chapters. Like, if it was anything other than a tournament arc, I wouldn't be so mad. But at least we got to see a little bit of it, and we're going to see a little bit more of it as we go through before the provisional license exam arc starts. So hey, that's fun. That's fine. Anyway, let me know what you think of this down there in the comments, whether you agree, you disagree, or you think my hair looks dumb. I don't know. I do, because it's 100 billion degrees in here, and oh god, I feel like that gif from Key and Peele right now. Fuck. Anyway, yeah, let me know what you think about that. Anyway, if you like my stuff, feel free to hit that like, hit that comment, hit that subscribe, and if you really want to, hit that share button. Share on the social media, because that helps a whole bunch, because YouTube is a bunch of poopy dicks. And if you really love my content and you want to help steer where shit goes in the future, then you can always donate on Patreon. That helps me eat food every now and again, because I like eating food. Like, I may not look it, but I like food every now and again. And not too much. I gotta keep this Holocaust survivor figure, but it's good. Like a little treat, like once a week. And that also gets you access to my special patron Discord channel, where we can shitpost, talk about things, you can request things, and you can see the anime request list. And also, there's lots of pictures of cute little puppies and kittens and stuff that gets posted there a whole bunch. So that's the thing. You can call that an unofficial reward. Anyway, as always, I'll see you in the next video. But most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today. And I'll see you a round.